Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're going to do something a little bit different, and this is going to be preparation work for a splash screen but also our options menu. So I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to actually do the options script, so that is coming very shortly. But we're going to actually load the options via a game object that we're going to instantiate it within the splash screen. So, and please don't worry if you don't understand, I'll explain it all as we go through. It will all make sense. But first thing, let's come to a new scene, save as, and we'll just call this splash_screen. Let's save that off. We'll come to our build settings, we'll add that, and then we just want to move it to the very top. So the order should be splash screen, main menu, game world. So in the splash screen, we shouldn't need the directional light, but what we'll do is create an empty game object. We'll reset the transform, and we will just give this a naming convention of launch manager. Then we're going to come to assets, and we're going to create a new folder called resources. And actually, while we're here, let's create another folder for our scripts. We'll move both the game manager and the main menu script into that folder. And then we're going to come to launch manager game object. And we'll drag that into resources just so we can keep a prefab. And then we're going to create a new script. And again, we'll just call this launch manager. And then we'll open it for editing. And just a few lines of code this time. So the first one's going to be a variable, private, game object, underscore options prefab. Close that line off into the comments. Reference to option manager prefab. And then we're going to come here, we're going to create of type void awake. And we're going to say underscore options prefab equals instantiate. We're going to open and close brackets. Inside them brackets, we're going to say resources. The resources folder dot load. We're then going to open and close brackets again. Inside the brackets, we're going to put the little speech marks. We're just going to say options. And then we're going to come to the end of the line and we're going to say as game object with a capital G. I'll just break this up for commenting. So this first part, we're going to say options prefab equals, and we'll come to this part, we're going to say load option manager game object into the scene. Sorry, just missed the semicolon off there. Quickly put that in. We can get rid of the void update, and then we'll come to void start. We'll just say underscore options prefab dot transform dot position, and that's going to be equal to a new vector3, open and close brackets, close the line off. Inside the brackets we're going to say 0, 0, 0, and then we'll get this into the comments as well. So we're going to say set option manager position. I'll put game object position actually to 0, and we shall save that off there. So let's just downsize that for now. We're going to come to the launch manager game object, and we'll drag and drop that script onto it, and we'll hit apply. So to be honest, this could go in prefabs. In fact, I'm going to move it to prefabs. It doesn't need to be in resources actually, but one that does need to be in resources is the options game object. So we're going to come to game object, create empty, and I'm going to call this options. It must be named the same as it is here. So let's just reset that, and we'll come to scripts. We'll create a new C# script, options menu, and in fact we can close that all off now. We'll come to this new prefab, we'll drag and drop that script onto it, and then we're going to drag and drop this onto resources, and then we do need to delete it from the splash screen. We're going to save scene, and if we just start, as you can see, it's loaded in the actual game object from here. That's why it has in brackets clone. So that is working. So we actually need a script for the splash screen, and obviously we need to fill out the options menu script also. So I think we'll leave it here for this lesson. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, bye for now.